Hello everyone, and welcome back to Art and Chat. Today we're going to be talking about art block. I am constantly getting asked things that surround art block and how I deal with art block, if I have art block, is it hard for me to draw every day, etc., etc., etc. So I want to weigh in on the topic and give my perspective on art block. And of course, like the rest of you, I have suffered from art block. It took me some time to really figure out what it was that was causing it, how I would combat it, what I was going to do to work through it, if I was even going to work through it. And ultimately, I came up with a couple of methods that really helped me work through my art block. And honestly, I can say that I don't suffer from art block anymore. One of the main reasons I feel I had an issue with art block was because I felt as though I was uncomfortable with doing things that were new to me. I felt as though to start something new, I had to do it perfect the first time. And that was just ridiculous because, as you all know, art is a journey. And you don't start that journey with making a perfect drawing 100 times over. You learn from each drawing, from each painting. It's a constant cycle of learning and improving and growing and figuring out exactly how to express what you want to put on a page. One way I got rid of my art block was to consistently make studies. I did this by doing a daily routine of sketches. Every day I sketch. Now, every sketch to me is a study, but not every study is a sketch. So I started to incorporate making paintings and doing studies of paintings. Even then, at times, I would get slightly overwhelmed with getting the likeness or the expression or the tone of the drawings right. I felt as though I was still somehow falling short of the progress I wanted to make, and that still didn't completely help me get rid of my art block. Even so, I continued my studies. I continued my paintings. I continued making art the way I like to make it. But I also incorporated other things to keep my creativity fresh and to also work on my art block. I would add challenges for myself, like working with this material on this day and working on that material on the other day, and at some point combining materials or different mediums just to keep me going, keep that art block out of my mind, to take me away from that feeling of anxious drawing, as if I constantly had a time limit on my work and I only had this amount of time to get this done and make it look perfect. In doing that, I kind of got away from just drawing in my sketchbook or just drawing to draw, because I felt like everything I was drawing, I had to make progress in. So instead, I took it one step further. Everyone talks about making an ugly sketchbook or making ugly drawings. I did my own version of that. What I decided to do was start just making doodles of random things and filling up pages and pages of those. It's not something that I wanted to share on the internet. It wasn't something I was doing for anybody else. I was usually using some inexpensive art mediums, and it was just fun for me to do. I started incorporating these sort of routines into my everyday practices. So in the morning, maybe I would do a daily sketch or a daily painting, which would be my study. In the afternoon, I would do a page of doodles. And I started to notice that not only was it helping me get over my art block, but it was also helping me to be more creative, think outside of the box, come up with new concepts, create new pieces that were different from any other artwork I had created before, because I was constantly using that muscle. I was able to make more art, better art, and it was helping me to not overthink my work. The combination of creating the studies and taking away that fear of making messy art or horrible art or weird art helped me to create more work that I was proud of. So today, I wanted to share these doodles with you and my process, because if this can help you with your art block, or if you can implement some of my practices into your art practices, that would be wonderful. It would be great to see you guys feel and get past your art block the way I have. So let me know in the comments below if you guys have any more questions, if you need me to explain anything better, if you want to know more about my process. I don't mind sharing. I don't mind helping you guys get over your art block. I have tons of ideas that I've implemented, that I've done over the years, and they've kind of kept me solid. As for the doodles that I normally do, they're always patterns. They always start out as a pattern, a repeating pattern. It helps me to work on my line work, to get out of my head, and to just create. And creating a pattern is something that I don't necessarily have to think of. The shape of something, how something looks. I can create the lighting as I go. If I want to create lighting, it's just something that gets you moving and gets you creating. So it's one of my favorite things to do, especially with pen, because you don't erase. You can't erase. You just have to keep going. It also helps a lot with problem solving in your artwork. If something doesn't look right, how you can work around it, how you can make it better, how you can reshape it. It's a great practice. And the best thing is that you don't have to finish it if you don't want to. It's a doodle. No matter what paper you draw it on, you don't have to finish it. And if you do want to finish it, you can come back to it whenever you want. Sometimes I do really like my doodles. I do a series of intuitive drawing mixed with references, and my patterns come out amazing. And instead of creating something that, was just a practice, I create something amazing. Like these doodles that I turned into postcards. I'm so obsessed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm AmberJade. This is Art in Chat, and I hope you all have a blessed day.